Hey friends, Ryan here, and welcome back to working on this Rowe AMI 100G Starlight Jukebox here, play CDs. So if you remember last time, we fixed the amplifier. I have since reinstalled this back in here, but listen. Hopefully you can hear that. And if I turn the volume up and down, it stays pretty constant. Meaning, one of two things. Either the volume doesn't work, the volume knob doesn't work and it's cranked all the way up, or our capacitors are leaking because they're getting old. If I had to guess, I'd say it's our capacitors. So we'll rebuild that eventually. But that's not the purpose of this here video. Let me open it and we'll show you what it's doing. Okay people, so I put the amp back in and you can hear it humming like crazy in here. I gotta see what that is, but it's humming at about 120 hertz. So I think that's pretty telling of what the actual problem is. Just saying. Or it's one of these lights is humming. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Anyway, the point right now is this. So we can set you up right here. Get you all good and seasick. All right, tripod. You have one job. Okay, so it's resetting because I don't have a battery in it yet. So we're gonna put $1 in, get some credits going. Theoretically. Very humid out here. So it's counting money, gave us some credits. Now if we try and play something like 21 something, alright, it'll cycle through. Sometimes it'll do nothing. And sometimes it will spin. See if it tries to spin. So let's try another one there on a different CD. Give it a little spin here. Oh, that was probably me. Anyway, judging from my 10 minutes / 2 minutes of dumpster diving on the interwebs, this is a classic laser default problem. So a laser is just like any other light in that it will like die eventually, right? So it'll either burn out or I don't know, just go with me on this. So it's got a limited shelf life. So this one has died. So what we're going to do is remove that CD Pro kit there and put a new laser in it. And, you know, swap parts and see if it fixes our problem rather than knowing exactly what's wrong with it. But like I say, the motor will spin sometimes, but It says that when the focus goes out on the laser, because it goes bad, it'll do that. Like it can't even focus, so it won't even try, right? It doesn't have the feedback in the circuit to tell that the laser turned on. So I got one off eBay. We're gonna try and swap it out and see if we can't break the damn thing. And then we'll probably send it to professional because I don't know what I'm doing. But we'll see, maybe it'll work, who knows. Okay, we got a high quality optical pickup, original part. So you got to be careful when you get these, because this particular thing is for a whatever 1254-31LF, and there's like 4 or 5 different kinds, right? But if you look on here, focus, VAU 1254-31F. So unfortunately this one is, I think, the newer model, and so it's more expensive. But I managed to find one for fairly cheap on eBay. Whether it works, we'll see, but it's just this little doohickey here. So I'll walk you through it and we'll see if it works. All right, got that out of there. It took 5 minutes. So it's important when you're working on these. So these connectors here are pretty fragile. So what you want to do is just push the lip of this forward on both sides, here and here, and that'll allow the connector to come out freely. You don't want to force it in and out. So there's that. And then it's only necessary, these are the 4 screws that mount the PCB, and it's only necessary to take out 4 other screws, right? For this, and then these 2 little hold down clamps here for the bar. So they go, the 2 right here, and then there's 1 right here, and 1 right here. And that's it. And then this just kind of wiggles out, wiggles in, and comes out. This looks like it's actually been burned a bit. The laser may have been incorrectly installed at one point. All right, so now we just reverse the process to put that new bad boy in there. All right, wish me luck. Okay, people, we're gonna do this live and in real time. I just reinstalled it, but I haven't plugged it in. So we're gonna plug it in, turn it on, and see what happens. All right, she plugged in, nothing exploded. Of course, we're good. All right, the laser reset. It was in the middle from when we repaired. Now it's up front, so that's good to go. I guess there's no credits on it, I don't think. No, so we're gonna have to, all I got left is a 5, so it click for a while. All right, which one are we gonna play? Let's play that one. Hopefully it won't give me a copyright strike. Please work. Oh, come on. Well, that was disappointing. Let's try another CD and see what happens. All right, one more. Killing me. Alright, I am going to try and clean the head of that brand new laser. And if that don't work, I don't know what the hell is wrong with it. Well, that didn't do a damn thing. It's depressing. So, I don't know what to think, if I'm being honest. Kind of makes me think that laser head we just installed was bad. But we'll come back in a bit, and when I say a bit, I mean like when I have time to think about this and figure out what the hell else it could be, and go from there, I guess. Anyway, see you in a minute. Hey friends, Randy here. It is actually October 7th of 2023. So if we look back in my book here, it says December 30th of 2021. Pretty sure I had at least one more session after that, but I didn't write it down. But regardless, it's been like a year and almost 2 years. So it's been sitting right there. I'm sure you've seen it in my videos if you watched any of them. But I haven't done anything with it because I replaced that laser, and that was allegedly the problem from everything I could find, but it didn't work. So I've been trying to think of what the hell to do now, and it dawned on me that that laser was half the price of everything else on eBay when I bought it, and it could have either been used, the wrong one, defective. So I went back on there, and I bought this off of a seller in Taiwan. And allegedly, this is a new old stock, not a reproduction. So the thing about this particular jukebox, this 100G, is this, I don't know, the board or something is different than most of them. Most of them you can get this for like 30 bucks, but this particular one is crazy expensive for some reason. So anyway, what we're going to do now is we're going to tear that back out of there, switch it for this, and see if it works, I guess. I don't know what else to do. If that doesn't work, then we're going to have bigger problems. So let me tear it back apart, and we'll see what happens. All right, there's some fairly good videos on how to take this apart, but there's a little spring that holds this gear on. You can see it right there. Don't knock that out because it's a pain in the butt to get it back. But so this is the one that I replaced last time, and this is the one I just got. Fairly simple to take this apart. There's just like 5 or 6 10 screws. So we're gonna put this back in and hope it works. All right, I put this back in here and put it in service, and it was giving me an error message. It says warn 1405. 1405 is RAM checksum error. That sucks. So I think what we're gonna do is clear the reports and see if it does it again. So let me do that. and we'll see what happens, but it's not very promising, is it? So it appears to be reading it. I think that's working. I think the RAM error is somewhere. But it did go through and initialize it. So that's progress, people. It's back here and so that was not nearly long enough to play anything. I don't even know what CD that was in here. Sarah McLachlan something. So obviously it's kind of working, but not working. So at least the CD's working. Before it would spin for about half a second, stop, spin for about half a second, stop. So there's something wrong somewhere else. These freaking people across the street are like every 10 seconds. So interesting, huh? Yeah. Do a little research on that error. All right, it seems to be working fine now. It's been playing that one song for a while. It was like 4 or 5 minutes. I don't know if it's just playing and playing and playing or not, but it still hasn't made any damn sound. I can hear it humming in the, oh, there we go. There, it switched to the next song on the list. Occasionally you can hear the speakers pop, but I think there might be something wrong with the amplifier again. It's getting the transformer on, it's hot, but it's not making noise. So I don't know what in the hell the problem is. I might try bypass this thing and plug it directly into the amp and see if it does anything. But it's like all the way up on all the channels and all the back, and nothing's coming out of it. When it does start working, it's probably gonna blast my damn eardrums out. But I would call today a success because the damn CD player's working, so, right? Which I cleared that error and it hasn't happened again. So regardless, that error should not affect the music playing. That's a central computer error, which is keeping stuff still. So honestly, I don't know. I don't know enough about these to know where to start. So let me plug that directly into the amp and see what happens. All right, I got the amplifier on the bench here. This fuse was blown. So I replaced it. I plugged it in and something exploded and threw shrapnel. But I looked around, I didn't see anything that was smoking. Nothing smells now, nothing's getting hot. And the lights are on and it's stable, so I don't know. I guess I'm gonna put it back in there. Maybe something just needed to be reseated. But you would think this channel would have worked regardless. So I guess let me put it in there and we'll see what happens. Nothing. So I guess my next step will be to take that amplifier back out and see if it blew the fuse again. and then figure out why it's doing that. But regardless, it should still play on the one channel. I don't know. Ow. Try one more thing here, I guess. Oh. Nothing. Ugh. I don't know. Anyway, well, onwards and upwards. I guess we'll try it again later. See what else we can come up with. But let me know what you think. Let me know what I'm doing wrong. And we'll go from there, I guess. Anyway, keep it real. Thanks for watching.